Now, I don't care how old you are, everybody knows this guy. Yeah, what's up, Doc? This is Bugs Bunny's Hare-Raising Tales. It's from the Warner Brothers Cartoon Cavalcade collection. 6 short, 6 or 7 minute cartoons on here of Bugs Bunny. Of course you know who Bugs Bunny is, right? I mean, you've seen cartoons before, you've seen Looney Tunes. Now, Bugs Bunny started in like 1938, or he made his debut on the big screen, but he wasn't actually the same character. He was just a wascally wabbit. And it took a couple of years until they fully developed this bunny character into Bugs Bunny. So he made his official debut in 1940. Now, that was a long time ago. And we're still talking about Bugs Bunny today. I mean, if anybody's got staying power, it's Bugs Bunny. I mean, they always try and bring him back. They always try and bring back, like, you know, Space Jam, the new Space Jam reboot sequel movie. Didn't see it. Looney Tunes Back in Action. Remember that one? Anyway, Bugs Bunny. You know this guy. Yeah, he's like a gray and white rabbit, constantly chewing on carrots, which apparently rabbits don't actually like carrots that much. They don't go nuts for them or anything, like we're all led to believe in Bugs Bunny cartoons. Yeah, he's a mischievous rabbit. He likes to dress up in disguises, you know, sometimes likes to dress as a lady. Hope nobody's uncomfortable with that. You know, and he's always pulling tricks on people. More often than not, gets the better of the villains by the end of this cartoon. Speaking of which, there are 6 cartoons on here featuring Bugs Bunny. The first one is called Aladdin and His Lamp. And Bugs Bunny finds Aladdin's lamp and he summons the genie, transported to Baghdad, and Arabian hijinks ensue. I gotta preface all of these cartoons by saying, first of all, a lot of them are a little bit culturally insensitive. They're a product of their time. In 1940, or I think rather 1948 is when this cartoon came out. People didn't know a lot about the Middle East or Arab culture or anything like that, and they just knew stuff from like Sinbad and Ali Baba and Aladdin and His Lamp and 1001 Arabian Nights, you know. Basically, he gets chased around Baghdad by a guy with a big curved saber and summons the genie at comedically appropriate times. Yeah, it's all for laughs. Pretty funny. I thought so. Second cartoon on here is called Nightmare Hare. Kind of a parody of Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court. Famous story. Bugs Bunny gets transported back to the days of King Arthur, and King Arthur really doesn't have anything to do with this, but Bugs Bunny fights a knight, or a knight really wants to get rid of Bugs Bunny, and so he has to thwart his plans. And there's a dragon in it. There's a couple of jokes about dragons and swords and knights and armor and castles and things like that. But it really doesn't amount to much. He gets whacked on the head again and returns to present day. Third cartoon on here is called The Windblown Hare. And it's kind of a parody mashup of The Three Little Pigs as well as Little Red Riding Hoods. Of course, you got your big bad wolf and you got your 3 little pigs. But the 3 little pigs are like kind of like shysters, and they end up selling their straw and wood houses to Bugs Bunny because they think he's a sucker, and they know that the wolf's going to blow down the houses because they read the book. Also, the wolf reads the book, and then he decides that not only is he supposed to take care of these stupid pigs and blow down their houses, but he's also got to get to Grandma's house, and he's got to impersonate Grandma for Little Red Riding Hood. So Bugs Bunny dresses up as Little Red Riding Hood, and he messes around with the wolf and makes an idiot out of him, but then actually cooperates with the wolf and blows up the little pig's brick house that they're living in now. It's all good fun. Then you get one called Robinson Crusoe. You know where this is going, right? Robinson Crusoe, you know, stranded on a desert island and blah, blah, blah. Robinson Crusoe is portrayed by Yosemite Sam. You know, he's like sick of eating coconuts all the time, and he wants something else to eat, and he's constantly being harassed by this shark. Suddenly Bugs Bunny floats along, you know, and he thinks he's rescued because he found land. Robinson Crusoe, aka Yosemite Sam, wants to eat him, and so you get your standard Bugs Bunny versus Yosemite Sam cartoon, just with a desert island nautical kind of theme. And there's one called Rabbit Hood, as in like Robin Hood, where Bugs Bunny happens to be in Sherwood Forest. He comes across the King's Carrot Patch, which is being guarded by the Sheriff of Nottingham. So he gets harassed by the Sheriff of Nottingham, and he tricks him and gets out of that situation. Kind of just your standard Bugs Bunny versus a uptight, dumbass villain. Plays out exactly as you would expect, and it ends with a cameo of the live-action Robin Hood, who waves hello. Kind of a cheesy, dumb ending, but this is a freaking cartoon, man. Last one on here is called A Witch's Tangled Hair. And this one features an appearance by Witch Hazel, who is like the cackling, green-skinned, pointy-hat, broom-riding witch that you see in all the Looney Tunes cartoons. This one's not particularly all that funny, and I've never really liked that character. But, you know, still a classic Looney Tunes cartoon. So yeah, 6 cartoons. I got a kick out of Bugs Bunny's Hare-Raising Tales. And I don't care what you say, Bugs Bunny kicks the crap out of Mickey Mouse, makes Tom and Jerry look like assholes. I mean, Bugs Bunny is a cartoon megastar, and always should be. Of course, Bugs Bunny was a positive viewing experience for me. I was entertained. I still laughed at all these jokes, and yeah, nostalgia, sure, but just the humor is, I don't know, it's just funny and ridiculous and funny. So I'm going to give Hare-Raising Tales a B. I'd have to say that out of all the cartoon videos that I've reviewed here on my channel, Bugs Bunny was one of the better ones. When it comes to cartoons, there's only a few cartoon stars that I would rank higher than Bugs Bunny, one of which is Godzilla, and of course Spider-Man. But Bugs Bunny's up there, man. Hey, you gotta love this guy. So until next time, have a good one out there, everybody.